Hey, it's me, OGDuffy. I am so excited, guys. I teased you a few videos back, said I've got something very special coming from America. And it is this. It's the Star Wars arcade 1-up game. It's the 40th anniversary of this game. It's 40 years since Atari made the first one of these. And I've often said I think it's my most favourite arcade game of all time. Now, as you know, I had a bit of experience with arcade 1-up. But their customer support was really, really good, so I sorted that issue. Now, confession time, guys. I have never played an arcade 1-up cab before, and I've never actually physically seen one in the flesh, all right? I just haven't. But I always promised myself if this ever come back out, I would get one, and I've treated myself. Liberty Games got these in from the US, and I'm lucky enough to got one now. So what we're going to do, we're going to unbox this, and we're going to build it, and we'll go through the process together. So let's grab a beer, because my God, I think I'm going to need one. Beer of choice is nothing exciting, although I might crack a celebrationary excited beer for the very end. So I'm just going to stick to cans of Heineken, but I'm not even going to do a taste test, because you know I drink these, and you know how they taste. Let's just get to this unboxing now. Armed with a trusty blade, we're going to cut through these seals here. I'm also going to be shooting some video on my mobile while I do this as well, guys. So excuse it, but we're going to get it unboxed, see what it comes with, show you what's inside, what the contents are. But I actually like this here. These seals, look, actually tells you as and when they are broken. Arcade 1-up, Star Wars, the 3 amazing games. I mean, the sampled speech, but it is that one there. The actual very first one that is it for me. That's the one, mate. I'm well excited for that. The way I'm going to approach this, I'm just going to take the boxes out one at a time, sort of stack them against the wall, around the building, around the walls, etc., so to speak. Some electronic components there, all your screws and everything else, and the adapter. So we'll get them up there. Quite weighty. Like I say, the packaging is very impressive. Fragile. Oh, don't know what that could be. It could be the monitor, maybe. Not sure, not sure. Let's put a bit of lean on that. That's better. What's this one here? Oh, this is heavier. That'd be wood, I'm assuming. Again, fragile. So we'll have to open all these up separately. Another big box there. Lot lighter, that one. Lot lighter. So don't know what's in that one. But these are the packaging here. Look at that. Very well packaged. So far, so good. I'm impressed so far, arcade 1-up. Better than the arcade stalls I had from you. And again, another box which is mega light. So maybe that's just packaging, I'm not sure. Okay. And then we've got these here. We'll take these out. Lovely blocks, look at them. Cut specifically there for this. And there's some in the bottom as well now. And these are the side panels for the cab. And as you can see there, very nicely done, look at that. Oh. That's beautiful side art right there. It's classic Star Wars. Look, absolutely awesome. Anyway, I'm going to get these boxes undone and then we'll start seeing where we are and we'll start putting it together. There we go. Put all the packaging in there for the moment. Look at that. There we go. Exciting, guys. That is the original arcade thing there. Back panel with an instructions sheet on there, or sort of a warning. Electronic law thing. That is actually labelled F, so they have labelled these up, which is good. And there we go. Actually, not particularly weighty in terms of sort of MDF board. Is that 10mm thick, I'd guess? But the beautiful artwork there. I'm going to keep that in the wrapper until we actually need that. And the same with that one. But again, as you can see, they're all labelled. So what's this one here? This is E. So I figure it's going to go together quite easy. So let's see what we've got here. Bit of foam there. Oh, a lot of wood in here. A lot of wood for the bit general build. I'm guessing you've got either side there. There we go. All wood sections. Pop them all to one side. That's the weight in there. More wood in here. More wood. Again, a bit of foam in there. Packaging. Silica gel. Always useful. Don't know what for, but useful for something. Keeping these products dry, I believe. Right, That looks like the monitor to me, and it looks like a bit of a bezel going on. Right, let's just drop that at the top there. Leave that upright. There, looks like speakers. Speakers in there. That'll work well. Pop that there. Don't know how loud the speaker sound will be on this. And I am right, this is the monitor, I believe. And the bezel's on the front of it, so let's get that out of there. What's this bit come out underneath here? Looks like a control. Ah, it's the marquee, guys. It's the Star Wars marquee. I'll keep that covered up at the moment. We'll see that as it all comes out. There we go. Take it right there. I'm going to have to hoover my floor again after this, aren't I? Right, so that was that one. So I'm guessing monitor with the bezel and all that all in place already. Oh, it's the actual controller, guys. It's the controller itself. Now this is what makes this game truly unique, and why you cannot emulate it, you know, because of this yolk controller right there. There it is. Oh man, sexy bit of kit right here. I'm gonna get everything unboxed, and then I'll get rid of this box here, mate. This makes the dream happen. There it is. That's going to make the dream come true for me. So all in all, packaging is really well done. And it's a box within a box. So there it is there. How well packaged is that? So I'm guessing this is the sort of CPU or the brains of the outfit or something. It's packaged like that. Coin gate, it says coin gate. Ah, bit of front coin panel, I'm guessing. Which is obviously fake. Can't put real coins into this, kids. No, gambling's bad, remember that. This ain't really gambling though, is it? So there we go. A bit of something in there. And it's the fake coin door, which LED, I think they spark up as LEDs then. Got the bag here with the various screws and all that in, so I'm going to undo this, get them laid out, get them all in position, so it makes putting it together a lot easier. Right, laid out all the bags here, and as you can see they're all alphabetical order, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. H, there's no I, so I'm thinking, oh, they missed a bit out, but then I'll just refer to the instructions here, and there's no I there either, so happy days cracking on. That's it, guys, completely unboxed now, so it's just a case we'll start putting it together. And then we'll hopefully get to turn it on and all will be good in the hood. I'll tell you what, I'm on this beer. I'm out of condition, guys. I need to get back down that gym, you know. Okay, got to attach the first panel. There's the side art on there, guys. I mean, that's lovely, isn't it? That's from the actual original proper arcade. Now, I was quite surprised at the size of this, but obviously you get a riser to make it come up a bit. So it's not actually going to be ridiculously huge. So I was worried I was going to put this in the room, but looking at that, I think I'll be all right, you know what I mean? I think I'll be fine. Let's do this correctly. So, put him down there like that. And that goes in like that. As I said right at the beginning of this, the nice thing is with these builds is you don't really need any expertise or specialist tools or anything. It's all just sort of a screwdriver based. Got the screen now. Got to do something with the screen. Let's get this unwrapped. Nice protective film. Also going to keep that on for a bit though. Okay, now putting these brackets into position. Assume this is the back of the monitor, this is, so this will be holding the monitor in place. One thing with this, I'm finding I'm not over tightening the screws because strangely it just feels like you don't have to, you know what I mean? So I'm just taking it nice and easy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not being light with it, but it just, you feel, it's strange to say, but you can feel when it's tight enough, you know, like there, you can just feel it, it's ready, it's done. I'm liking the way everything's laid out in the instructions and that. It's really simple so far. The only thing is, it's a February evening, right? Well, February night now. And it's not particularly warm outside, but I've had the heating on in here and I've had to turn it off. I'm a bit warm, mate. So, and it's Friday night, so I'm gonna have a few beers anyway. You know what I mean? End of the working week and all that. But yeah, this is the monitor. So I really don't know a lot about arcade one-up machines. Like I say, I know of their existence. I know how many they've sort of produced roughly. I know that some machines are harder to get here in the UK than others. And I know my man Alcon, he built an outrun machine because they wouldn't import it over here. So I'll pick it up in a minute. So he built his own. He did a bloody good job on it and all. Right, let's get this monitor in place now. So you see that we've got the slots there. So it slots in, and we've got the hopefully some holes there. Now, one tip, guys, if you're building one of these at home, make sure your floor is nice and clean before laying it in this flat down, because obviously the artwork side is down. And you don't want to be damaging that classic artwork now, guys. Here's the markup marquee, guys. As you can see, it's like a solid unit, so I'm guessing like the LEDs are internal there, fixed. And you obviously have these sort of plugs that I'm imagining at the end will sort of be plugging into the main sort of power supply. Got some dowels in there. And now we've got the speaker unit. I've got to do a similar thing with the dowels. So here's the speaker unit. Don't know how loud this is. But I'm guessing it'll be loud enough for out here. I mean, it's only a small space, me games room, you know. And which brings me to the question, really, where's this machine gonna live? Don't panic, I will find room. So there's the speakers there. Again, as like a plug, so I'm guessing that'll plug in wherever. And just dowel that up again in a similar fashion as everything else so far. So, still going strong. Still haven't found any issues, guys. The marquee and the speakers in. Now this could be a bit awkward. The reason being, the dowels don't really stick particularly brilliantly, so they could drop out here. Oh, he says, making it look absolutely easy. Well, that wasn't difficult then, was it, guys? Still all a bit loose there. So I'm hoping we'll get something in there soon to spring load it, because as you can see, it's a little bit, it needs something there to hold that in place for me. Just a bit of weight on there. Okay, just one little tip for you guys if you're making anything like this. These the cables from both of these were sort of wrapped like that. Now once you've got this front lid in, to get in there, to get them untied and stuff would be really awkward. So just untie them first so you can feed them through, all right? Just save you a bit of a headache that I could see happening if I didn't already do that. So that's my tip of the day. Quick update, it's going quite well, you know. I've got all these bits out, which I'm assuming make the riser and stuff. You know, and it's lovely print on that. And one thing as well, it's quite a glossy print. So, if you've got any mud or anything on that, it just wipes straight off, you know what I mean? So it's looking good. Nothing more to say really, just that I need more beers I think. Anyway, let's crack on. Right, looks like we're connecting now the coin door mech to the front panel there. Okay, let's get that out of there. There it is, that's the little fake coin door. But these LEDs, they'll light up, I believe. We've got these rubber things to use, so I'm just going to get them installed and then we'll get this done. It's in the position now, so that's just going to slide in there. It's got a pre-made groove, so it's quite nice, quite easy to fit. So there we go, it's taking shape. And again, undid the cable on that one. Right, got the second side panel in position now. Just going to screw these into place. This is section J. I'm assuming this will be like the holder for the controller, like, you know. Excuse that squeaking, guys. I hope you ain't putting your teeth on it too much, people. I'm only doing it to wind you up now, aren't I? No, I'm not really. Oh dear, I'm still on my first beer. Right, I'm assuming we can get this bad boy on now. Start soliding the whole thing up. Side panel on the top of this. Now I'm figuring, because of these dowels that are poking out, I figure this is going to take a bit of jiggery pokery, so to speak. But we will get there, guys. We will get there. That was the toughest bit of it, getting that to all match up at the top. It wasn't hard, just took a bit of time, you know. But all in all, bit of jiggery pokery. I think even with two hands, I don't think it'd make it any better, you know, just have to line them up. But we got there, guys. This is good, I can feel it all coming together now. We've still got to get the control panel in and stuff like that. But you know what? I am pleased with it thus far. There's little feet on the bottom as well, so it doesn't mark up the wooden floor too much. Get these tightened up, and then we'll get it upright. Oh, another beer. I'll tell you what, that was the toughest part, was getting that second side on. And it wasn't hard, it was just lining everything up. It was just took a bit longer than maybe you should have done. But it's getting there. Quite a solid little unit. They definitely need the riser, I think. I mean, this is great if you're about 5. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm not that small. Anyway, so we're going to get the riser built. We'll get the control panel in, I'm guessing. The back and that to go in. And just clip it all together, I'm thinking. But so far, so good. I'm liking it. The nostalgia is beginning to really kick in now, guys. And do you know what, though? I was a bit worried when I started building it. I thought about the size of it. Oh, is it going to fit out here and all that? But this is going to look perfect out here. This is going to be well suited, guys. So, happy days. I'm enjoying this. 2 extra screws this side, just to pull all that in now. And then we are looking well secure on both sides. Nice and solid now. Happy days. Good. Right, next step. Just secure up the monitor now on these sides here, which should pull that in nicely. Just like that. Get them in. And then we're looking good. Control panel now. This is the most iconic piece, mate, because I tell you what, you can emulate this game, you can do whatever you want with this game, and you know, you can get it working, but without this, it's just not the same. Now, sort of centres, that's pretty good. Feels quite sturdy, feels quite stiff. I always preferred the triggers when I was playing to the thumbs. Now, as it says here, remove this film before we connect it up, alright? So, let's get this film removed. And now I've had the breakthrough that I needed with my original corner. I should just chuck with it, shouldn't I? Right. Nice piece of acrylic there. I've worked with acrylic before when I made my own control panel once. It's great stuff until you go to drill it, and you have to be really careful because it breaks so easy. So here we go, look at that. That's just sex on legs right there, isn't it? That's what it's all about, guys. It's all about the controller. Let's get to it. I'm going to mount the control panel first, then I'm going to connect it, he says, hopefully. Right. So that's going to go in there like that, roughly. Oh, that is looking sexy as, guys, looking sexy as. Okay, we're wiring it together now. So we've got one cable here, oh, excuse me, which is from the coin door there. And we've got the 2 cables out the top there. One of them's a marquee and one is the sound. The sound one's nice and easy to connect because you can tell the sound pin. It's this one here. Okay, very easily distinguishable. So let's get that plugged in there. He says, trying to find the hole. Bash, that's in. So now it comes to these others here. So I want this cable here, which is X, which is this one here. Okay, and X has got to go through the back door when we put that on. And X, where does X wires into there, the bottom? So this part of X here, the yellow bit, is going to go in there. Okay. So we've got the main power cable in there, which the end of that will come out the back door when we put it on. Sound has gone into there. And then we've got this cable here, which is dual split, which we use for that Z, which is the top, which is identified by that little light sign. So this is going to be the coin door and the marquee. Control panel in place now, along with the monitor. Haven't removed the monitor screen film yet. 4 screws to mount this. So let's get this mounted. Okay. It does say in the manual, hand tight only. So I'm guessing it's saying hand tight only because if you go too mad, it probably damages maybe the acrylic, you know. And you don't want to be cracking your acrylic. Oh, that's going in nicely. Nice long threaded screws, these ones. They're mounting into them sections I put in that had like some metal screw plates in them, so that's hand tight enough right there. I could feel it. I'll be honest, that sounds really weird, but I know I keep saying it, but I have. Throughout this whole build so far, I've felt, you know, you can feel when tight is tight enough, and so far it feels solid enough to me, the whole thing, you know. So happy days. Get these last 2 in. So we can take this off. Oh, a bit round the screw there. So do I have to remove them screws or? Oh. Let's have a look. Tell you what, what's this say? Register your, do not return to store. For all help and questions, visit Arcade 1UP. Oh, and this is interesting. Register using a smartphone. There's an app, a QR code on the side of the box. So I scanned the QR code and it said coming soon. So don't jump on board thinking you can get it now, because you can't. Okay, excuse the reflection. I've just had to stop for a moment because I'll put this on. I've just removed the screen film. Now, I don't know if the camera's picking up. Oh, there you go. You can see it. You see these little blobs here? These were behind the perspex, so it's underneath. So what I've done, I've undone the screws all the way around, okay? And I'm going to have to try and get a dust cloth up underneath and try and get rid of them, because that would just bug me, mate. I can't have that. Okay, just a quick update there. I got this all done, but then I looked at this screen, and beneath it, when I was taking the film off, the protective film, I could see like some specks of like little grains of wood, you know, from like the MDF. So I've had to remove these screws around it, and I've had to remove the perspex completely. It was a bit slid in at the top there, a bit tight at the top, but got it out gently. And I gave it a de-dusting, which has done the job. I used a microfiber cloth. No polish or anything, but it lifted the dust right off. Only a minor thing. But if I'd have left it there, it would have done my head in. I'd have known it was there, so it wouldn't have done me any favours. All cables connected. Time for this part here, which is the Arcade 1UP rear door, with the cutout there for that loose cable at the bottom to go through. And then we'll get this screwed on. Quite tight, but just stick with it, guys. And then we've got a few screws in here. There we go, and it fits nice and flush under there. And then we've got some screws here to get this screwed up. Okay, the machine is all done. Just to get these done now, this is the seat it sits on to give it a decent bit of height. Because my God, I think I'd be ill if I had to play it that way. Right, okay, guys. So there we go. A beer to celebrate. It's all together. He's on his riser. And it's a good height, actually. I quite like this height now. Today's beer is Vilnius. It's from Lithuania. Okay, and it's 5.2%. It's a new one for the channel. One we've not had before. Oh, get a pour on that. This is well deserved, guys. I didn't drink as many beers as I would have liked in the build of this. Right, so to summarise, what did I think? The instructions and the build quality were really straightforward, really simple to follow. All the bits were there, everything was there. There was no missing screws, nothing like that. They even give you a few spares, which is really, really good. Lots of packaging, well packaged, so come decent, no issues at all. The only issue I had was when you get the other side panel on, it's a bit of a bit of a messing about to get all the dowels to line up, but you soon get there, honestly. But the worst thing really was the screen. You took the screen protector off that protects the acrylic, and when I took it off, underneath the screen there's little bits of MDF stuck to the screen on the underside. So I removed the perspex. I undid the screws. I think there's 10 screws, and I took it out and I used a microfiber cloth, as you saw, to clean it up, because that was the only thing, and that would have really bugged me. So a quick swig of beer, and get this bad boy switched on, a quick look, check it's working, and then I'll be doing a full review of it. Different beer, that one. It's really fruity. Oh, it's not a clear beer, it's quite a cloudy beer, but it's got a really fruity flavour. Anyway, let's get this switched on. We've done the build, so I'm going to turn it on. Moment of truth. Marquee is lit up. Loading. I will do a video of this in a minute and I'll show you it in the dark. But I just want to check that the camera picks it up all right. The light can be a bit funny on this. Okay, one up. We got that much. Okay, 2019 Star Wars and Lucasfilm Atari. So the original cab they brought out, this was 2019. It's now 2023, and this is the 40th anniversary one. A few differences on this cab. This frontage, the coin door. But apart from that, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and the riser that it's on makes all the difference. Right, so let's see if this plays very well. Okay guys, as I said, this is purely just a quick test, and I'm going to be doing a full review of the whole cab and everything else, and the gameplay and all the options and stuff on a separate video, alright? So, the infamous sounds of 1R2 there. Now I'm going to go straight for Star Wars here. Okay. Oh, I'm loving it. Quite a bright monitor screen, quite liking the screen there. Bit of fluff there, needs sorting. Right, here we go. Oh, this all comes back. Look at this. Control feels pretty good. But anyway, let's just jump straight in. Let's check it out. Let's check it works. Oh, I'm back in my X-Fighter, guys. Or my X-Wing, sorry. Hey! Mate, I've always wanted this cab, and I now own one to play at home, because this is flight stick. You can't just play on a joystick with this. Blip, 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 blip. Use the force, Luke. I never did trust the old man. He said let go. If I remember right, you do this stage. Oh, nearly got it. Oh, nearly got it. This is the first level, so it's nice and easy. We'll just play this first level through, and then we'll do it just because we're testing, it's working. We're looking good. We're coming up to that final run soon, surely. Here it is. Yahoo! You're all clear! Awesome. Volume. It's quite loud, isn't it? It's pretty loud. Let's get our light switched off. Let's see what the marquee looks like. So here it is, guys. That's the coin door mech lit up. Now this is probably not the greatest to show because the light is these cameras don't react very well in low light, but hopefully it's picking up how awesome that looks in the games room, you know what I mean? I have to have a few machines going, have my bar top going, have this one going, have my screen over there going, and of course the OGDuffy beer sign inviting me into the fridge, which also illuminates. So I'll tell you what, this is going to look pretty damn good when we get it all done. So anyway, guys, would I recommend one of these? Yes, I would. Let's go to my summary. I had this imported from via Liberty Games. They had to import them from America, so it was not cheap, all right? But that said, it's the one arcade game I've always promised myself. Now, if I was to buy an original Star Wars cab like this, just for this one game, it would cost me a lot of money, and it's old tech now, so they're very temperamental, and you're forever repairing it and stuff. And to be honest, I haven't got the skills for the repairs and things. Putting this together, quite straightforward. Wasn't too difficult. Good, clear instructions. Everything fitted as it should. Well impressed. Feels nice and solid. To be honest, I was a little worried before I put it on the riser, but now it's on the riser. It's actually a good height for me. I'm 5'9", so I can imagine if you're a good 6 footer or something, you're probably better off sitting on a stool to play this. But I'll be honest, the height is good. The sound on it was good and all that sort of stuff. But all in all, it's my first experience with an arcade 1-up cab, and I'll have to say it's a good, positive one. You know, I'm not in the mood to go and buy any more of their cabs unless it's something really unique was to come out. But this, I've always wanted one of these. So now I've got one of my grail items, so to speak, because I just love this game. It just takes me right back. One other thing they did say about the screens on these. I've read on some forums that people said the screens, not on the Star Wars ones, but on 1-up cabs in general, are a bit washed out. But this looks absolutely fine. Don't know if the camera's picking it up that well, but I will be doing a full review of the gameplay and everything else, so keep an eye for that video that is coming real soon. And if I've already recorded it, there's the thumbnail. If I haven't, then hey, there's no thumbnail appeared. Anyway, guys, I've been OGDuffy. You've been awesome as always. Thanks for joining me on this build video. I hope you found it useful. If you have, drop it in the comments. Let me know. Like, comment, all that great stuff that you do. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Do so. There's only one thing left to say, really. The Force will be with you. Always. Cheers.